Welcome everyone to Antler in Iberia first portfolio review, just before the well-deserved summer break. My name is Sérgio Massano, and I'm a partner here at Antler in Iberia, where we help exceptional founders launch and scale the next generation of great companies. Antler is a venture capital fund focused on early-stage investment. We back the most promising entrepreneurs from day zero by running a program that focuses on helping co-founders find their founding team, validate their business model, access initial capital, a global network, and follow-on funding. Fueled by a passion that goes beyond traditional investing, we have helped create and have invested in more than 800 startups globally. With a wide range of industries and technologies, we have a goal of backing more than 6,000 companies by 2030. At Antler, we firmly believe that innovation is the key to building a better future. By assisting thousands of founders to launch and scale their ventures, companies that tackle some of the most urgent challenges of our era, we propel society forward and ensure progress. While launch a program in Iberia, we are confident that the Iberian startup ecosystem is on the cusp of significant growth. This belief is based on its exceptional performance in price rounds and evident underfunding. With an influx of local and international entrepreneurial talent, the region is experiencing a rapid increase in the number and scale of local startups. This growth is supported by a pool of highly skilled employees, increasingly attractive legislative packages, and other favorable factors. Portugal and Spain have a long history of incredible companies and great founders. Over the last 2 years, 9 Iberian-led companies have achieved unicorn status. Now, we begin to see the second wave of entrepreneurs, who are former employees of these companies, going out and building their own. Today, they have collectively raised over $4.4 billion in funding. We're excited to introduce the newest companies in which we invested earlier in March this year. To give you some context in the founders you're about to see, we received over 1,500 applicants, from which we selected the top 60 entrepreneurs, which entails a 4% acceptance rate. Out of those entrepreneurs, we invested in only 10. The original 60 founders came out to our offices in Lisbon and Madrid and worked with us in person over a 12-week period. During those 12 weeks, founders were challenged to find a co-founder or co-founders, stress test problem spaces, and deepen their understanding of the problem they wanted to solve. They did this by speaking to potential customers and starting to sketch out what a better solution would be and how would they build it. After those rigorous 12 weeks, the selected co-founder teams were invited to pitch to an investment committee composed of Antler Iberia team members and high-profile investors from the region. If approved by the committee, funding was granted to kickstart their ventures. In the end, we invested in 4 companies. Among the 1,500 applicants, 10 founders received investment, representing the top 1% of candidates who we believe have what it takes to build the next Iberian unicorns. It is my pleasure now to introduce the first 4 companies Antler Iberia has invested in. You'll see a diverse group of founders. There's a software developer who previously worked with NASA, a second-time founder who has previously raised over $200 million, and others who are addressing a wide range of issues with their companies. Among them are builders of a goals-based social app and an all-in-one solution for car repair shop management. The founders are incredibly talented, and we're thrilled to support them. If you're experiencing a portfolio review for the first time, you'll note that all these companies are at the very beginning of their journey. Without further ado, let me introduce the first of the 4 companies. Now, let's jump into generative AI. This next platform harnesses the power of generative AI to revolutionize front-end software testing with a single sentence. Current software quality assurance processes often prove to be resource-intensive and inefficient. quacks.ai aims to optimize QA testing by automating manual processes. More specifically, targeting functional front-end software testing with a user-friendly, no-code solution and an execution directly from work tickets and self-healing tests that minimize maintenance efforts. Co-founded by Connor, Paul, and Andrea, the quacks.ai team brings together a wealth of experience and expertise. Connor's background spans a decade in roles of product management. Paul is a software consultant and a developer who worked with a diverse range of clients from startups to industry giants. And Andrea has a strong track record in SaaS customer-facing roles and program management, adding valuable insights to the team.
Hi, my name is Connor, and welcome to quacks.ai. Did you know that the vast majority of online customers will immediately seek alternatives to goods and services after experiencing bad or broken software? It's true. And considering the massive and growing revenue generated through software, having bad software represents a risk to any company's top line. So how can companies mitigate this risk? Simple. They must continuously test their software. So what's the problem? Well, software testing is expensive but necessary. But how expensive and how necessary is it? To ensure software quality, an average SMB could expect to spend anywhere from 1.5 to 4 million USD per year. Alternatively, a similarly sized company that forgoes software quality efforts could experience a daily loss of 20 to 40,000 USD in lost revenue in customers when bad or broken software occurs. Either way, the cost of software quality is high, but Quacks can help. Quacks leverages generative AI to automate manual functional testing. We offer rapid automatic test creation, require zero technical skills for implementation, and create robust self-healing tests that massively reduce maintenance efforts. We make testing more efficient, more cost-effective, and more accessible. Let's dig a bit deeper into testing. Quacks focuses specifically on functional testing, meaning that we test your software works as it was designed to work from the front-end user experience perspective. That means we test by interface, not by code base. Here we see how teams currently handle testing. While the market has indicated increasing importance for test automation, manual testing, humans clicking buttons, still represents about 1/3 of all test efforts. Although automation solutions exist, they suffer from a combination of high cost, specialized skill requirement, and unreliable test outcomes. Quacks' application of generative AI represents a paradigm shift in testing methodology. In fact, we estimate that a development team of 10 that implements our software would save up to 23% of their total hours spent in quality testing in a year, or the equivalent of 61,000 USD. Sounds impressive, right? I'm going to hand it over to our CTO, Paul, to show you how we stack up against the competition.
Amazing. Thanks, Connor. Okay, so I think it's really important at this point to have a look and see what exactly we are doing different to the competition. So we paid a top-tier QA engineering firm to automate the same scenario using industry-standard technologies. And so we can see the difference between what we're doing and what they're doing. So this is Selenium. This is the industry standard for writing tests with code. It's pretty horrible, as you can see. And the QA engineer that we hired, he took 37 minutes, 1 second to write this test. And so here, Rainforest QA, one of our closest competitors. As you can see, this is a lot friendlier than Selenium and a lot faster as well. 8 minutes, 6 seconds. Now that sounds pretty good. But let's have a look at what happens when we do this same thing with Quacks. So here, much simpler, and as we can see down the bottom, much faster. So we took 1 minute, 40 seconds. That's 5 times faster than Rainforest and a massive 22 times faster than the industry standard with Selenium. Sounds very exciting? Okay, let's have a look and see what the process of writing that test looked like. So here we see the Quacks dashboard. It's pretty good. It's much like every other dashboard you've seen. But let's get to the exciting stuff. Let's go create a test on the left. Okay, so this is the test editor. So here is where I define the test. I write an objective. And my objective given to the AI is to log in. And after logging in, go to the demo page. And I give it a success condition to tell it how to succeed. Succeed when you see the word duck. Okay, great. So that's all the instruction we give to it, the same as I would for a manual tester. And I hit start. And now we're spinning up a virtual browser in the cloud. So here, this is Notion. So, okay, so now I'm hands off the keyboard here. I'm not typing, I'm not doing anything. The AI is completely controlling the system, looking at the page and taking actions and thinking the same way that a human does. And in fact, we can see the thoughts there. You can see AI, I should click the login button. AI, I should type into the email field. So this is the same thought process that a manual tester would do. And using the power of generative AI, we now have all the advantages of a manual tester and an automated system. So it's going to type in the password, and it's going to click continue, and then it's going to log into Notion. And so at no point have I had to do anything except type that objective. But it's doing exactly the same thing that the long scripts from before did. And so we can see here, success. It saw the word duck, and it's tagged that task as successful. Amazing. And we can save it. And cool, so we've saved it. It's now called duck test. We can fill in everything that we might want here. We can set a schedule, and we can set platforms for it to run on. And so now we're going to set 6 hours. Okay, cool. So now this is going to run in the cloud automatically every 6 hours. Just like that. Easy. So let's have a look at the details of that test we just ran. We know that test succeeded, but if the test failed, it'd be really instructive to be able to look at why. And so every time we run a test, we log all the actions, we take screenshots, and we save the technical metrics as we go. So it's really easy to see why a success or a failure has happened. Okay, I think that's basically it. I'm going to hand you over to Andrea now.
Global software testing market is estimated at $11 billion, with annual growth rates 10 to 12%, makes it a very interesting industry to innovate in. The team driving innovation in a CEO position has Connor with more than 10 years of leadership and operational management experience. He's coming from military background, but for the past 2 years, he spent in product and tech. In CEO position, it's myself with more than 7 years of experience in B2B SaaS space, in sales and customer-facing roles, and I've also just graduated from my MBA. In CTO shoes, we have Paul with more than 15 years of software development experience. He worked with some big names such as Google, NASA, Sony, Infosys. He co-founded 2 startups and worked with many through his private consultancy. We operate in B2B SaaS space, and our growth is product-led, which is why we will always have a free package so software developer teams can actually explore the product and engage with it. For higher volume testing, we will offer 2 paid tiers. Quacks product has been shaped based on more than 200 interviews and surveys, and since our MVP launch beginning of May, we have onboarded more than 45 unique users from 24 unique organizations. This helped us select customer segments we want to go after, such as e-commerce, marketplaces, and edtech. And moving forward, we will be leveraging partnerships, referrals, and industry specializations to grow these segments further and unlock new ones. Our commitment to innovation has been recognized, and we have global and regional VCs advising us on our business direction, while we are also selected to programs of big tech companies, which gives us access to cutting-edge AI capabilities. Just this month, we released the feature Automatic Test Creation, which helps us to optimize our onboarding. And moving forward, we will be expanding towards more browsers, more devices, more integrations, and also unlocking mobile testing. With the quotes from our customers, I leave you here. Thanks from Quacks.
Introducing nolemon, the comprehensive solution for car repair shop management. With nolemon, car repair shops gain a powerful tool to streamline processes, manage operations, and elevate customer satisfaction. The idea behind nolemon is to build an all-in-one repair shop management SaaS that excels in delivering a best-in-class customer experience. Powered by AI and utilizing open APIs, the cloud-based platform is designed to be intuitive, customer-centric, and user-friendly. Co-founded by Marcos, Luis, and Felipe, the nolemon team brings a wealth of expertise and experience to the table. Marcos has a background in management consulting, operations, and e-commerce. Luis has a strong automotive background and experience in business operations, and Felipe brings extensive experience as a software engineer.
I'm very excited to introduce nolemon to all of you. We're set out to change the way repair shops manage their businesses and help them streamline their operations, maximize their productivity, boost sales, and drive their customer satisfaction. It's a rule of life that taking a car to the shop is highly inconvenient. There are 4 key reasons that explain why. Shops can be really shady places. From the cost of labor to grasping the true magnitude of an issue, it's easy to feel like you're being ripped off. Many shops use complicated language and provide very little information on time expectations, status of our operations, or availability and cost of parts. Added to the fact that everything is done through really manual processes and require a lot of over-the-phone communications, it makes a compelling picture of why it's highly inconvenient. Added on top the fact that customers are more and more used to having digital experiences elsewhere, like when they reserve at a restaurant, they get a medical appointment, or they purchase goods, they just don't understand why repair shops cannot be that way. But shops are not necessarily to blame for this. Their potential to meet those customer expectations are limited by current tools available in the market and their internal processes. Existing tools are archaic, they're siloed, they're inflexible, and with a poor UX, limiting their usage and the benefits shops can get from them. According to a study conducted by Accenture in 2021, 47% of customers expected a good digital experience when taking the car to the shop, and 71% of customers declared they would increase their after-sales budget if the experience improved. That is why we are building an all-in-one shop software that empowers shops of all shapes and sizes to digitalize their businesses, optimize their operations, and excel at customer experience. Bringing together a powerful yet accessible CRM, with an industry-specific ERP system that is both open, cloud-based, friendly, modular, and fully compliant. There are a number of trends that are both impacting now and will continue disrupting the after-sales business in the upcoming years. Shops must adjust to changing market conditions driven by the industry digitalization, vehicle electrification, and growing channel competition to continue winning in an increasingly competitive market. And that is precisely where we see that adopting these new technologies and improving customer experience will be the two key levers that will help shop differentiate and gain competitive advantage. The after-sales industry is incredibly large, both worldwide and within Europe. Generating over 250 billion euros in Europe, in roughly 360,000 repair shops, the industry is currently spending close to 4.4 billion euros per year in software and licenses. That is over 15 billion euros worldwide and expected to grow in the upcoming years. We expect to scale our operations and reach 20% of the market share in number of shops, generating over 150 billion euros in revenue with nolemon. Our pricing through a tiered subscription model to serve the different size of businesses that make up the industry and their needs, from a basic plan with the most basic functionalities, including online scheduling, workflow management, and digital signature, to enterprise solutions that require more complex features to manage multiple locations. It's within our product vision to create a platform that can be easily adjusted to different organizational needs and built with bespoke plans. But it's only being by inside the shops with mechanics and service managers that we're able to create and test our solution. That is why we have partnered with Grupo Palacio, a large multi-brand dealership with significant industry importance, and Alsan Motor, smaller shop with a different and simpler operation that allows us to gather insights and quickly build a product that adjusts to their needs. nolemon is the modern SaaS for repair shops, combining powerful productivity management and customer experience tools with a sleek, simple, and intuitive user experience. nolemon will transform the way vehicle repair shops manage their workflows and their customers. We use data science and artificial intelligence to identify highest value customers, how to keep them and maximize their value while improving workflow management and repair shop efficiency in the back of the store. We do this by identifying potential risk, such as delay of repairs, and propose upselling opportunities for every type of customer. We've got the right team to make this happen. Our team, with previous funding and industry experience, is composed of Marco Ramirez, former co-founder and COO of Factory 14, and Felipe Ares, our CTO, with over 12 years of engineering experience and former co-founder of LegalBot, and myself with 9 years of automotive experience. We also have a stellar team of advisors with more of 60 years of combined experience working with after-sales businesses at different levels and at various roles that are already supporting us in opening doors to the industry. This is just the starting point to build a fantastic team that will be disrupting the way repair shops are managed. Thank you, and please feel free to reach out should you have any questions.
Uptiq is poised to revolutionize the growth experimentation process for growth teams. Co-founded by Nuno and Satwik, Uptiq offers a centralized platform that revolutionizes how growth teams operate. By integrating seamlessly with existing tools, Uptiq enables teams to align, document, and centralize information in one accessible place. Say goodbye to the frustration of scattered data and hello to streamlined processes. Nuno's software development and product management background, along with Satwik's extensive growth experience, drive Uptiq's success. With Uptiq, growth teams regain control over their processes.
Hello everyone, I'm Satwik, the CEO and co-founder of Uptiq, the all-in-one growth platform. And I'm joined by my co-founder and CTO, Nuno Reich. I've been the head of growth at SeedStars for the last 4 years, mentored over 40 companies on growth and experimentation, and I've had a startup in the food tech space before this. I bring more than 7 years of experience in growth, marketing, and analytics across different industries and geographies. Nuno has been a partner and founder at a consultancy prior to this and was a product owner at Visma Numbers. He brings more than 7 years of experience in engineering, product, and strategy, out of which he spent 4 years focused on acquisition and onboarding through product. Adam Fishman, ex-head of product at Patreon, believes that the phenomenal growth that Patreon has seen in the last couple of years is due to the rigorous experimentation spirit of the entire team. Most product and growth leaders believe that experimentation process is a proven way of scaling a company, and yet most companies still struggle to get started with a robust growth process. According to the experimentation report by Spiro, 61% companies lack internal alignment and incentives to achieve their goals and objectives, as opposed to 75% of transformative companies having such processes in place. 58% companies do not document their experiments and learnings, whereas 91% of transformative companies have a repository of their past experiments and insights, which anyone from the team can access. And finally, 41% of companies lack the ability to properly track and gain insights from their experiments, as opposed to 100% of transformative companies that are able to directly attribute and measure their experiments. So why do most companies struggle to transform into scale-ups? The current experimentation process is inherently broken. This is what a typical growth team's process looks like. They use 15 or 20 different tools, all connected to each other through makeshift automation tools like Zapier or Make. If one of those connections is broken, the entire team has to take a step back and focus on fixing this rather than running impactful experiments. Having set up such processes myself, I know exactly how often this happens, and it is far more often than you can imagine. And this is where Uptiq comes in. Uptiq allows growth teams to better align cross-functionally and centralize their growth stacks, allowing teams to consistently run impactful experiments and transform into a scale-up. The way we do this is by centralizing the entire growth and experimentation process on a single platform, connecting it to an existing stack of tools. We allow teams to create their backlog of ideas, document their experiments and learnings, and communicate them across different channels, while bringing them all the insights from their analytics and customer engagement platforms. Our cross-functional dashboard allows teams to get the full picture of their North Star metric, the objectives they're focusing on, the learnings from their teammates, and their current experiments. Uptiq allows growth professionals to properly manage their backlog of experiments, prioritize them, and document them significantly faster by leveraging generative AI. Teams can now finally track their metrics and attribute them to specific experiments and equip themselves with the right insights to truly grow faster. Our current users have only the best things to say about their experience with Uptiq. They're getting the most value from our ready-made templates, managing to fully align their teams on high-impact objectives, and leveraging AI to cut down hours of documentation into just minutes. But we are still far from achieving our vision. Our future roadmap is completely dictated by our users. We plan to introduce more AI capabilities to help teams automatically extract meaningful insights from their meetings, contextually add new experiment ideas, and define next steps significantly faster. We also plan to create a lot of third-party integrations to power up the growth process and help them leverage every single piece of data that they have available. And finally, we plan to double down on our templates and help new teams set up their growth processes within minutes rather than within weeks. Our current traction speaks for itself. Having a total of 173 users across 90 workspaces, we acquired 40 of those users just within the last 4 weeks. We currently see 22 weekly active teams and have a total of 600 experiments run on Uptiq. Our story in the last 3 months is that of validation and scale. We managed to run successful acquisition experiments and then intentionally slowed down our growth in order to focus on product, provide more value based on feedback, and then we turned on our acquisition engine again, which we are not stopping anytime soon. Our growth is currently fueled by partnerships with acceleration programs. Over the last 3 months, we onboarded 24 startups onto Uptiq through such programs, representing $2,000 in monthly recurring revenue. And we've confirmed 2 more programs in the coming months, representing an additional $2,800 in MRR and an expected 750 additional weekly active users. Having seen the success of our partnerships, our go-to-market strategy is to double down and increase the accelerators that we work with. We are currently in discussions with multiple programs across geographies to help them run better programs focused on experimentation, including organizations like UN Women and leading VCs like Hub71 and Flat6 Labs in the Middle East. We also plan to tap into other non-scalable channels to fuel our product feedback loop. Our organic channels include communities focused on growth and product, leveraging my own personal network that I've built over the last 6 years working in this industry, and a lot of personalized outreach on LinkedIn. We are entering a huge market worth $19.1 billion based on our bottom-up analysis of 106 million growth professionals across the world. However, we currently plan to just focus on a small subsegment of this market, which represents just $36 million in size, allowing us to truly nail our value proposition before we scale. We are aware of the highly competitive nature of our space, and we have identified competitors in 3 different categories. The large incumbents in the industry are either focusing on enterprise sales with pricing starting from $2,000 per month, or they are focused on solving only for marketing teams, which barely scratches the surface of the true problems in this space. There are a lot of bootstrap tools with similar functions. However, the founders only intend to leverage the tech to improve their services rather than scale the product. And finally, our biggest competitors are the generic tools like Notion or Airtable. However, they require tons of manual integrations and still only solve the problems partially. Our competitive advantage against each of these categories is pretty clear. We are priced for smaller cross-functional teams focused on scale of execution and capturing the market, and we provide a complete growth stack with native integration. Currently, our business model is a freemium subscription service that provides free plans to users in order to deliver value as quickly as possible, and a single paid plan that allows them to scale the value they receive from the platform by unlocking all of the limitations of the free plan. At this moment, we are looking for introductions to leading accelerators that want to partner with us and help their startups scale faster. Additionally, we are starting to hire for sales, data engineering, and content, and would appreciate any introductions to top talent in these areas. And finally, we are also looking for growth leaders across Europe to come on board as advisors and help us fuel our vision to support every company's transformation into a scale-up. If you want to be a part of our story, please feel free to reach out. Our emails are open for business. Thank you very much.
Are you tired of striving to achieve your goals alone? This is what the founders of meerchat set out to correct. Co-founded by Jean Guillaume, meerchat is driven by a mission to foster collaboration and supporting achieving personal milestones. While existing communities and groups fell short, meerchat offers an innovative solution: active chat groups where individuals can share their journeys of learning, fitness, and self-improvement goals. Jean, a software engineer, brings his leadership skills and expertise to the platform, whilst Guillaume, an experienced growth marketer, serves as the leading force. With meerchat, you can tap into a network of like-minded individuals and gain support you need to reach new heights.
Hi, I'm Guillaume from meerchat, and we're building a social app where you can instantly find a small active group of peers with whom you can share any journey of learning, fitness, or self-improvement. And so far, we've been helping a few thousand in their journeys. Remember the last time where you had to learn a new language, maybe Japanese, Portuguese, English, in order to move to a new country? Or the last time you had to lose weight or get fit, taking back some control over your body? In most of these instances, probably you and we felt a lack of accountability, alone, and lacked a small group of peers to help us and support us in our journey. And it was even more painful as often those goals are amongst the most important goals of our lives. To solve this issue, we tried to find and join online communities and groups, but we found that those actually suck at helping us finding peers. The Reddits, the Snaps, and the Facebooks are either turning you into a lurker or an influencer into very large group communities that lost this peer-to-peer human connection value. There's 2 ways to solve this issue. The first one is to join a small or create a small group chat on WhatsApp or Telegram. But for those, you have to find dozens of people that have the same goals at the same time, and they are extremely hard to maintain and moderate. And we found that they fall into inactivity after a few weeks. The other way is to join a large community, such as a subreddit or a Discord, but those are millions in size, and you're inhibited to talk the way you talk to a small group of people or in real life. And that's why we're building meerchat. Meerchat is a mobile app that lets anyone at any time find and join a small active group of peers. On meerchat, you will check in daily, share your struggles, share progress, chat and interact, share resources with others, and celebrate milestones. We built in simple but efficient gamification that pushes users to come back even more day after day. And we built an optimized algorithm that balances those groups and keep them always and constantly active. And it works. Over the last few weeks, we've onboarded 2,000 users on our closed beta. And the 30 days retention is above 30% in the latest communities. We've also validated the demand. We've had more than 10,000 people requesting to join our private beta on Reddit through marketing posts only. And the products, we've interviewed dozens of users after 90 days of usage, and the feedback we got were quite phenomenal. And we validated the final value that this product gave to the users. Our competition split into two categories: the group chat apps such as WhatsApp or Telegram. We're going to beat those by managing and hosting the groups ourselves, so you don't have to do it yourself, and by keeping them always active and moderated. The second part is the large communities, such as large Telegram groups, communities, or subreddits or Discords. And the substantial added value we have on those is to keep those groups a classroom size and focus on goals. Our initial market is millions of users we've summed up from existing platforms, existing goal-driven communities. We believe we can funnel a few percent of users from those communities and a few percent of new users in order to reach 1 million daily active users by the end of 2024. As for acquisition, our first way will be to funnel users from those existing communities, and we proved that we can funnel thousands of users from platforms like Reddit already. The second way is to get new users, and we found existing niches in platforms like TikTok and Instagram, where we're going to work on viral marketing. And the third one is organic and word of mouth, building in viral loop within the product. And we've already seen on our beta that people are inviting other users. Our business models are multiple. The first one, and the most important one, is high targeted advertising. We've seen that users express a high intent within our products. They actively learning to code or actively learning a language or actively getting feeds. Therefore, their advertising value is quite high. And we're going to complement it with a subscription model, trying to monetize the top 0.1% of the users, and affiliate marketing within specific communities. The team is composed of Jan, CTO from Malta, 7 years of software experience, mainly scaling backend systems and architecture. In fintech companies, he led a team of 5 in his last company. And myself, Guillaume, CEO, delivering growth for early stage startup for the past years. I've also started and built 2 failed startups. Our team is a full-fledged technical team. Thank you.
And that's it. Thank you for joining Antler in Iberia's first portfolio review. We are excited to have back these 4 companies and looking forward to what they will accomplish in the future. Our goal in Antler in Iberia is to invest in over 20 companies by the end of the year. If you feel this could be you, apply at Antler's website. I hope to see you in the next portfolio review. Goodbye and see you soon.